Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it's time for a Dadbod to Daddy transformation, and today was back in Bicep Day. Yes, I went back to this. I decided middle of this week, particularly after the way the shoulder day went, I really do kind of prefer the chest and tricep and then back in bicep to having a separate arm day. And I feel like really all those supersets aren't doing really anything to cut my time down. If I just take shorter breaks, my time gets cut just the same, and quite frankly I don't really seem to lose that much performance set to set even with shorter breaks on all this rep work. So when I'm doing all this higher rep stuff, like 10 plus reps, it just makes sense to do it this way, and then that way I'm not alternating. I'm not having to think about my gym setup when picking exercises. Well, what can I superset with this and not get in the way? Do I need to, I can't do incline and superset it with pull-ups, so I need to do this or that, okay? That is not conducive to my goals, and it's not like I have limited gym time, right? I train from home, run a home business, train 5 days a week. No need to do any of that. So today though, I only did 3 sets for lats. Why? Because I had a back day already, right? We did lats on Monday, so I'm like, let's just come and do some pull-ups, get in this routine, do lots of curls. Now the question would become, hey, what about your triceps? I've been doing band press down 7 days a week. So if just this week, as I had a really good tricep day last week, I was pretty strong. My pressing was strong this week. My benching was good. Everything was good. I don't think it's that big of a deal for me to not have my tricep day this week when I'm doing the press downs every single day. All right, I'm doing calves, tricep high rep band press downs, like 100 rep sets, and then doing abs every single day. Right, I'm doing those things 7 days a week in addition to these normal workouts. That's a whole separate topic as to why I might be doing that for cutting purposes, but for pull-ups they went good. I was strong on pull-ups, so I've noticed that. If I'm not doing benching, between the pull-ups went really well. I did 2 sets of 12 with a 10, then I grabbed a 45 and knocked out 8 reps on nice wide grip pull-ups. Pretty happy with that. Felt fantastic lat stimulus, and I think it's going to be better for my deadlift too. That's one of the things I did notice when I do that chest and back day. It absolutely affects deadlifts the next day. Affects grip, it affects lats, everything. So probably better to put them over here in the week, and then go into a leg day the next day. So I ended up doing 11 sets for biceps today. I was going to try to do maybe 12, but I ran out of steam at 11. 11 sets is really where I completely ran out of steam. Notice a sharp degrade in performance on set 11, relative to 10. So that's a point where we say, okay, that's when the biceps are probably done, although maybe I could have done some more high rep pump work. All right, for barbell curls, I just did my normal strict curls. I did 2 sets of 12. And then, of course, we only got 10. I failed at rep 10. I couldn't get an 11th rep with this weight, but overall happy with that. Notice the delts, though, by the way. All that direct shoulder work while I've been cutting, look at the front delts there. It's starting to really pay off. Going to continue to work on that. Obviously, we need to keep working everything, keep getting leaner, continuing to cut, although the scale is up a couple pounds because my carbs are way higher. But realistically, I'm walking around 210, and I was completely carb depleted at 207. Now I'm switched back over to the really high carbs, which I feel like does better for me for body composition. I drop water on low carbs, but I don't feel like it's really good for my training or leanness. I can train with so much more volume on higher carbs. Metabolic rate's probably higher. Just going to run with it. So after that, I did incline curls. So we did the strict barbell curls, 3 sets. It ended up being 10 to 12. Really, we'll call it 12, but I failed on the 3rd set. I managed to get 10s on all of these this time, probably because I didn't do preacher curls first. I want to maybe try to build these up a little bit. Let's see if we can get the volume a little higher with the same weight. And again, we'll see how that goes after doing more back work. Because on some of these days moving forward, I really am going to need to do more than the pull-ups, of course. I'm going to need all the rowing. But biceps should be pretty torched at the end of all that again, like we were seeing previously. But 3 sets of 10 on the incline curls. So what are we doing for our movements here? Well, incline curls are a good stretch position movement. They do work the top half of the bicep more. The other one is just a general builder. Why? Why is it a general? Because we're taking the full range of motion, we bring it all the way up to the face, so we work the two primary functions of the bicep. The last exercise, we work the third function. We could debate as to if it adds or not, but at least we're getting some extra forearm work. And I could almost consider replacing it with hammer curls if I want, but we'll think about that. I may not need to, though, because I'm going to be doing all my pulling with obviously pronated and hammer grips. But the incline curls do work the upper bicep more. That is confirmed with data. That's not bro science. Okay, that's not bro science. And I'm aware a lot of my training is very bro-like, but that's the thing. I feel like the evidence-based community really missed a lot a decade ago with all this stuff. They were trying to be contrarians and not realizing a lot of things that were bro diets, bro training actually worked really, really well. They worked really well, and they are not unsupported by the data when you really look at a lot of it. Working multiple muscle angles, realizing that things like upper and lower biceps will grow slightly different. Same with quads, same with hamstrings, all these muscles from these different exercises. Okay? And when it's being confirmed with a little bit of data, it's like, okay, well, maybe these guys were right on a lot of stuff. Let's not be contrarians. We know this stuff works. So incline curls will work upper biceps a little more according to the data. Preacher curls the lower. But in this case, for someone like me who needs a lot more arm, I did powerlifting, neglected arms to a large extent. If I'm going to play catch up, we need the arms. We need to really think about these things. So yes, I'm doing a big basic movement that works the two main functions, works the whole bicep. Then I'm doing one that does work the upper bicep a little more, then one that works the lower bicep a little more. And these are stricter movements. It forces me to use lighter weight. Everything is high rep, 10 plus reps. These were all like 12 to 15. Actually, I might not have even only hit 12 on any of them. Took these pretty well to failure. If any of the last set, you guys watched me just straight up miss a rep. The others were pretty much failure too, but I tried to force myself to do a rep that I probably couldn't do. So others were legitimately at failure. They felt the same, but I got to the bottom, paused, and I'm like, let me try to just squeeze one more, and I absolutely could not get it out of the bottom. My biceps were pretty torched. Like, I was surprised when I got to the dumbbell curls, because if I do these fresh, I can do like 16, 18 reps, sometimes 20 with these same dumbbells. I got 10. Right, I came in and was going to do 1 to 3 sets and just assess on my feel. The first set, I get 10 reps. And it was hard. Like that 10th rep was hard. I didn't even think I'd get to 10. But again, what are we doing here? We're supinating and pronating the wrist. Same thing, trying to bring it up towards the face to work all three functions of the bicep on this one. And this is just to absolutely finish the biceps off, right? Making sure we are completely finishing them in every way possible. I've got to maximize things like arms, shoulders, all that. This stuff has to be maximized. If I'm going to continue to work on a better physique, doing this whole power building approach, we have to think like this. So yes, it's mostly high reps, 5-day-a-week body part split, but I'm still going to do a little bit of heavy squat, bench, deadlift, right? But they're going to be like 1% of my training. And then this set, I straight up got to 8 reps and failed. It's like, that's it. Now the biceps are done, right? We're losing 2 reps between sets. We're done. So good workout. Biceps were hella pumped. Still felt like I got a good lat workout. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.